comments are the only thing that worry me. You say that no one is scared of Modi, which means we're a functioning democracy. 6 months before the election, you said democracy in India is dead, but we had an election. Then you say that democracy in India is controlled by the BJP. The BJP controls the judiciary. The judiciary has given adverse orders against the government. Sanjay Jha says Rahul Gandhi is decent. He's a man of ideas. Sanjay Jha, sorry, not Gandhi. Sanjay Jha expressed an opinion which wasn't palatable to the Congress. He remains in suspended animation. And he's the only person who gets the honor of being asked to speak first on every program of yours. So you do more for Sanjay Jha in terms of respect than the Congress does. My point is very simple. Rahul Gandhi has every right to have an opinion. Rahul Gandhi has every right to have an idea, but he should read. He should read the idea of India, seminal work by Sunil Khilnani. He should understand the literature of India. He should understand that the culture of India may be disparate, but it is not divisive. Now, these are words that you need intellectual heft to understand, not intellectual innocence. Number two, I'm in complete agreement. We cannot foist an opinion on Rahul Gandhi when he's abroad. That's his perspective. But I would never diss my country. I would never diss my prime minister. You say constitution? Narendra Modi bowed down when he entered the halls of parliament and says the only person or the only thing I will worship is the constitution. Disagree with Narendra Modi, but then win an election. You don't win an election. You cause dissension. You cause divisiveness. You were the one who tore up an ordinance while your Prime Minister Manmohan Singh was taking baby steps to the Oval House. Is that decency? Is that integrity? Is that respect? Having said all of this, we are making a baat ka batangar. He is in the United States for a purpose. It is to build his own brand, as he has every right to. It is his purpose to tell the world that he's the new generation politician of India, which is fine. But then don't rest on democracy, because you are where you are because of family. You are not because of meritocracy. You are where you are because of legacy. Don't diss that legacy, because that legacy belongs to democratic India as much as your current legacy does. So my point is, I have no issues with Rahul Gandhi saying what he does, because even people have a discount factor on that. Sanjay Jha will remember his earlier job. You know, you always discount certain stocks. My worry is that you don't create a narrative which is blatantly false, which is divisive, and which stokes unnecessary fires. Rahul Gandhi is right. He did a Bharat Jodo Ko Yatra where he talked about मोहब्बत की दुकान. आप मोहब्बत की दुकान से हर समय नफरत नहीं बेच सकते. Again, there's a contradiction. आप यहाँ तो मोहब्बत की दुकान बंद कर दीजिए, या कहिए मैं एक दुकान ही नहीं हूं, मैं एक सुपरमार्केट हूं. मोहब्बत भी होगी, नफरत भी होगी, contradiction भी होगा. So these are the dichotomies of Rahul Gandhi. But I will never grudge him his right to free speech. That, to my mind, is an indication of the robustness of Indian thought, of Indian democracy, and of the idea of India. The idea of India was never singular. It was multilateral, it was muscular, and it was respectful of all ideas. His idea can't be right alone. It can't be my way or the highway. So there he's making a fundamental contradiction, both in logic and in affection towards his own country.
Well, Ashutosh, you have a lot to smile on. Why are you smiling? And what are the mental notes that you're taking?
Navika, no disrespect to Suhel Seth. He's a dear friend. We have a mutual respect for each other. But first time I could see that he hasn't heard Rahul Gandhi today. Otherwise, he would have been blabbering.
Privately, I've heard what they've shown on television. I don't have your kind of access. I've only seen what Navika Kumar has shown on Times Now and what other channels have shown. But if you can show me something private,
I thought you were only watching Times Now, Suhel.
No. I got him right. I got him right. See, Rahul, there is a 16-minute Rahul speech available, and there is 56-minute interaction with the student. I heard both. There's not a word which could be criticized in the sense, because you can criticize anybody. When he was talking about Devta, he was talking about the spirituality of the country. How is the inward journey? I think it's a beautifully defined what spirituality is and what India is. Anybody who will listen to him will feel proud that India, and then he compares India with the West, compares India with the USA. And when he talks about the unity, he talks about diversity. He talks about unity and diversity. And I think there is a great similarity here, not only between Rahul Gandhi, but similar words have been uttered by Golwalkar in his book. Similar word has been uttered by Deendayal Upadhyay in his book. Similar word has been uttered by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. So he's talking about diversity. But if people do not understand this, I can't help it. And then he's talking about destroying. You know what he's saying? He's talking about the Krishna's Gita, where he says, what is how you attain nirvana, how you attain moksha. By destroying yourself means you are trying to not, जिसे कहते हैं हिंदी में कहते हैं कि अनासक्ति योग. If you don't understand, then I can understand the BJP spokesperson come on the TV, will speak all kinds of things because they understand religion Hindu, nobody else understands. So I'll request anybody who's speaking here, please go and listen that 70 minutes of the Rahul Gandhi what said, then come back. I'll speak. Then he's talking about economy, and he said why economy is not producing employment because it is not production led, it is consumption led. And how beautifully he said it. Please understand this. So Suhel Seth will understand this better.
My God.
Quick
you know, hands are going up across the panel. Okay, all right. आशुतोष जी, आपने मुझे नहीं पता क्या किया है, पर आग लग गई है. जब
देखिए, मैं केवल एक 10-15 सेकंड.
Bow down before Ashutosh's
सुहेल जी 10 सेकंड.
tested IQ. Ashutosh is a defined intellectual. Now, Ashutosh, let me tell you, if out of 1.4 billion people, you're the only man who understands Rahul Gandhi's speech, either you're intellectually superior or you're at genius level. You keep yourself free next January on 26th. We'll put you on an elephant and salute you in the Republic Day parade. उससे ज़्यादा क्या बोल सकते हैं भैया?
देखिए,
well, and Shehzad Poonawala. Okay, what's your counter?
I understand your sarcasm.
Let him finish because otherwise I'll be lost in the din.
Rahul Gandhi 17 minutes.
Ashutosh ji.
You are nobody in that sense to criticize me.
Ashutosh ji.
Why? It's a free country. It's a free democratic country. But respond.
Navika ji, I want to tread with caution when Ashutosh ji says that listen to the gyan of Rahul Gandhi on Sanatan, because the last time he spoke about this, and Anand Ranganathan will bear me out, he said Pandavon ne demonetization to nahi kiya tha na. So I think somebody who connects demonetization with Pandavs, if Ashutosh ji wants to take it seriously, but as a Bharatiya Muslim also, I would not take the knowledge of Mr. Rahul Gandhi on Sanatan Dharma very seriously, because his party leaders have said that Krishna ji taught jihad to Arjun. Now I wonder if Yaduvanshi party, Samajwadi party agrees with that. Rahul Gandhi said Dwarka mein natak hota hai when Pradhan Mantri Modi went and gave the arpana of the Pank More in the under the sea. So Punk of the More. Anyways, but having said that, I just have one question to ask. Today, Rahul Gandhi also spoke about other facts, and let's test that on the anvil of truth. He said that China has no unemployment problem. China's currently got the biggest unemployment problem reported on September 3rd, 2024 in the Economic Times of this particular organization. Between 15 to 24 years of age, unemployment rate of China is 15.7. Is the same as India. So if India has an unemployment problem, how does China does not have one? No idea. China growth rate 5.2%, India 7.6%, but China does not have a problem. India has highest GST collections this time, highest vehicle sales, highest forex reserves, lowest inflation, highest manufacturing PMI, highest number of startups, highest level of Sensex, but India has a problem and China में कोई problem नहीं है. और China का मैं आपको एक और बताता हूं. This year, in April 2024, Apple announced that it is going to shift a substantial portion of its manufacturing to India. By the way, $14 billion worth of production has shifted to India, but China doesn't have a problem. Samsung has its largest mobile phone factory in India, but China doesn't have a problem. The Chinese toys share in Indian market has dipped by 52%, and India's toy exports, just toy exports, has grown by 239%, but India has a problem. China does not. I think this is the MOU speaking.
Well, before I get in Ashutosh, let me get in Anand Ranganathan. Anand Ranganathan, आशुतोष को मैंने कभी बहुत कोशिश की इम्प्रेस करने की, कभी मुझसे तो हुए नहीं, पर राहुल गांधी से बहुत इम्प्रेस हुए. Do you think he's rightly impressed with the statements, and do you agree with every point that Ashutosh ji has made?
Good evening, Navika. Look, it's been 25 minutes and I've been listening to this wonderful debate. But पहले तो मैं ये कहूँगा कि सैम पेट्रोडा जी राहुल गांधी एडवाइजर और 15 साल से प्राइम मिनिस्टर नहीं बने, वो तो गनीमत है. आशुतोष होते हैं एडवाइजर तो 50 साल से नहीं बनते. क्या कह रहे हैं ये? Look, but by the way, I do agree with Sam Petroda. Rahul Gandhi is not Pappu. He is प्योर एंड परफेक्ट, पर्टिकुलरली यूनिक. अब इसका एक्रोनिम आप बनाना चाहे तो मेरी गलती नहीं है. लुक, राहुल गांधी टॉक्स अबाउट द रीजन ही इज ब्रांडिशिंग दिस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बिकॉज ही सेज द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज डेड अंडर मोदी. बार बार जाके बोल रहे हैं. नाविका, व्हेन डज कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन डाई? Constitution dies when a citizen's freedom of speech and expression is brutally curtailed and stormed upon. And that is what Jawaharlal Nehru did through his first amendment to our constitution, following which, under him, dozens of books and films were banned, historians and editors were jailed. When does constitution die? When the president and the judiciary is forced to curtail the fundamental rights of the citizen. And that is what Indira Gandhi did through the emergency, following which tens of thousands of Indians were jailed and killed and sterilized, and constitution's body and soul and preamble altered with gay abandon. When does constitution die? When a Supreme Court's considered verdict is overturned with impunity, when the citizen's right to privacy is snatched away. And that is what Rajiv Gandhi did through the Postal Act and through overturning the Shah Bano judgment, ushering in an era of blatant appeasement. When does constitution die, Navika? When tens of thousands of activists are arrested and charged with sedition and called anti-national, when the election commission is severely compromised, which is what Sonia Gandhi did, when under her proxy rule, 8,000 activists were charged with sedition in a single day, when Naveen Chawla, despite the Shah commission charging him with committing atrocities during the emergency and deeming him for unfit for office, was appointed as the chief election commissioner, ignoring the cries of CE that Chawla was spying for the Congress and passing on sensitive information to it. When does constitution die? When the FCRA Act is retrospectively amended, rendering the High Court conviction of political parties like the BJP and the Congress toothless, which is what happened under Rahul Gandhi. When the High Court conviction of the Congress and the BJP was rendered useless through a parliamentary amendment brought in by the BJP and supported by the Congress. Nehru, Indira, Rajiv, Sonia, Rahul. These are the famous five who have made sure our constitution is dead. On the other hand, how has Modi killed the constitution? Give me one example.